Hold-ups in customs meant hanging about in the pit box for Colin Marshall's rider Yuichi Nakajima without a motorcycle during the first qualifying session. Meanwhile, Meng Heng was making all the running on track and was busy setting up his Petronas bike for pole position by a very healthy margin. But when Nakajima's bike did arrive, the team got it set up and running in front row trim very quickly, quite an achievement of which they were justifiably quite proud later.
Actually, the team is working great this year. We've got a really good team, the spirits are all up. It's one of them things what happen out this part of the world. There's nothing we can do about it. And we went out and we qualified fourth yesterday in the only qualifying session we had. So yeah, we're pretty happy and we're still looking positive for a win.
Nakajima's not the only one going well this year. His seat at Green Cycle was filled by Koichi Harajima, now with Metso Racing and 1/10 and 1 position in front of him on the grid. 1 place in front of him, but 4/10 quicker, was Chow Yan Kit, reasonably pleased with 2nd place today, but well aware that his hopes of a repeat championship this year were pretty much dependent on him repeating last year's Centaur success and finishing 1 place better in the race on Sunday than he did in qualifying on Saturday.
Second in practice, was it good for you?
Yeah, but I think it's quite okay. I think in the race it will be a tough fight.
Pipped for the title last year, partly because he fell while leading this race at round 4, Meng Heng looked his usual relaxed and confident self on Saturday afternoon. And when Meng Heng looks happy and says he can win a race, watch out, because he usually does.
Both sessions went really well. The team and me, and of course the Dunlop tires that really works in this track, and when everything went what we wanted to.
Don't miss Race Day with everything you need to know about the Formula One World Championship. Catch up with all the latest news and views from the pit lane as we follow the title race from track to track. Race Day presented by Mobil, Sunday on Star Sports.
Recently, a panel of
ends. A master Stone Cold. Screwed Stone Cold. A state of anarchy begins. You didn't live up to your end of the deal. I'm not gonna live up to mine. Now, 2 brothers wage war for the WWF Championship. And guess who's the special referee? Oh, hell yeah! WWF Saturday on Star Sports. The Chinese League might be over, but another major football event has reached its thrilling climax. The Philips FA Cup Final. Can Shanghai topple giant killers Liao Ning to lift the premier trophy? The first round of the Philips FA Cup Final. Tuesday on Star Sports.
He didn't actually say that he could win it, but I bet he was thinking it. Pole position by half a second. 1:38.8 his lap time around here, and the nearest person to him was on 1:39.5, getting on for a whole second. In fact, a good margin for Meng Heng. Chow Yan Kit won't be too disappointed with 2nd place, but he will be thinking about the size of that gap. 2nd place, all right, in qualifying, isn't going to do for him in the race. This is one of the days when he's got to put that race face on. Harajima, quick and brave. Bit of a question mark, perhaps, over the motorcycle, if there's a question mark over anything, because the top teams are running top equipment. An unknown quantity after very little track time for Nakajima, but we have seen that he can dip very deep into his own personal resources when it is necessary, and it is necessary today. front row then, Meng Heng, Chow Yan Kit, Hirajima and Nakajima. And if you're betting, put your money on the outside of that front row. Don't rule out Kwan Meng Heng though. Starting from pole position and starting full of confidence. Yoshimitsu behind him, and then you can see the times start to spread out over the second row, and it's safe to say that the podium finishers in this afternoon's 250 are going to come from the front row of the grid. There they go. 15 laps of the Sentul circuit. It's a big race. It's a long race. Meng Heng's got the drop on everybody. Kit tucking in behind him. Nakajima's there. Hirajima's there. 17 is Effendi Yusof, Meng Heng's Petronas teammate. Still a bit of an unknown quantity in the championship. Perhaps we haven't seen the best from him. Who knows? Meng Heng out in front. Number 2 leads it from 1. Chow Yan Kit. 3 is Nakajima. 19. Amarul Haizam, another of the Petronas bikes. 3 of them crowding up the front, but it's Meng Heng making the break. Kit watching that, can't afford to let him go. He's really got to stay with him. Nakajima is right there behind him. He knows that. Tucked down behind the bubble now, still on the opening lap. Meng Heng, Chow Yan Kit, bit of a gap back to Nakajima. Perhaps the lack of track time has punished the Colin Marshall rider, and he just hasn't got the bike set up the way he wants it for Sentul. Big wide open spaces on a 250. This is still a big track. Not so much space as there was for the Underbones, but it's still a big racetrack. Plenty of room for a rider to improvise and plenty of room for him to make his moves. Track temperatures up nice and high compared to Saturday and compared to earlier on for the Underbones. The sun is definitely lifting some of the dampness. Meng Heng, Kit, Nakajima, Harajima, and bringing up the tail end of that little group is Yoshimitsu. You saw Amarul Haizam, number 19, behind that. Yoshimitsu, number 7. Really only this group in it already. 6 riders in the frame, and expect this to start spreading open a little more as the laps unfold. Yoshimitsu getting on the case there at the back, looking to move up. Chow Yan Kit just watching Meng Heng. He's been following him round. Meng Heng, you know, however hard he tries to forget about it, will be thinking back to last year when he was comfortably in the lead and the track surface was new, it was breaking up, and he just hit a little bit of the loose, and away he went out of the race. He was the first. Wazzy followed him. Matt Peterson was third. 3 top names all out within a few laps of each other, and now Kit has decided that watching is no longer good enough. He's starting to hassle Meng Heng, just starting to show him that front wheel as they come up for the turns. He's not ready to make his move yet, but he's made the break. He can look back and see that Nakajima has dropped back. He's got Harajima just behind him and the other pair behind that. And Kit is probably thinking, now's the time. I could run faster than this, and I want to. Meng Heng still looks very calm under pressure. And Kit looking all around him. Meng Heng very rightly concentrating on his own race. And there seems to be nothing between the machines on the straights. Very little between the way they handle the corners. Oh, and Kit just got a little excited. Oh, and he's done it again. Tried to come back at it too soon, and that has cost him his place, I think. He was right on Meng Heng's tail. He has dropped back. Nakajima is right behind him. Now we'll see how quickly Chow Yan Kit can get back into the seat and get back into the groove. Meng Heng knew something had happened behind him. That's the first time we've seen him look back like that. He knew something had happened, and he's looked back to see what the position is. And what he sees is Chow Yan Kit being swallowed up by Nakajima. Here comes that yellow Colin Marshall bike. Look at it again. He got it wrong coming out of the corner, caught it in time, just a little bit of flex in the suspension. But now he gets on the gas while he's still on the grass. Perhaps he didn't even touch the throttle. Maybe doing him an injustice. It may be just that he was on the grass there. Either way, it took a second bite at him and nearly had him off. But he's picked it up and got going, but it's just broken his concentration. Nakajima knows that he can get past now. He's right on Kit's tail. Meng Heng's trying to make the escape. Harajima wants some of it as well. He can see that it's all changed here. The race has opened up again, and it's all down to Kit now to see whether or not he can get back into that same rhythm and just make up the ground to Meng Heng. But it's just a little bit unlikely. Meng Heng may well have got away now forever. Well, just these three of them now. Harajima beginning to fade, and it's possible that question marks over the machinery are justified. Certainly these three are the top machinery in the championship. And Harajima, though he may have been riding the wheels off his green cycle machine, he may just have given it his best shot, and he may well be beaten by the equipment. These three are together. Kit has brought the fight under pressure from Nakajima right up to Meng Heng, and now Nakajima, who's having a look at both of them. Well, he seems to have got that bike dialed in very nicely, thank you. Had a little bit of extra non-qualifying practice yesterday afternoon when the track was dry and clear, and it may well be that that's given him the opportunity to dial it in for these conditions, but it had a little go at him. That corner is definitely very bumpy. And while he was busy riding the back suspension there, Kit was getting on with the job of chasing after Meng Heng. Harajima has a look behind him to see what's happening, and not a lot. Fourth, and he's got a good comfortable margin back to fifth. As Kit dives down the inside and takes the lead from Meng Heng, who really put up no resistance there. He let the Castrol bike go. And it may just be that he's decided to follow for a while, but no, he wants it back again, comes up the inside, and it looks like this is about to develop into the battle for victory. They followed each other around for a few laps, but as the race heads towards its closing laps, they are now starting to dice with each other. Kit, maybe he's made his move too soon. Leads it from Meng Heng from Nakajima. 1, 2 and 3, that's how they are on the racetrack. Nakajima now has a look at Meng Heng, who is having a look at Chow Yan Kit. All braking more or less instantaneously, and it's really tricky when you are bunched up like that. Meng Heng trying to cut the corner tight and sweep through on the inside. Could see a bit of that yellow machine out of the corner of his eye. You know that it was there, and you know that it was highly visible, and he has to think about defending second as well as attacking first place. Nakajima is the man with the easy job. All he's got to think about is getting through. Meng Heng sails through on the inside there. Nakajima almost shaking his head. What was that about? Kit checks because he's afraid the yellow man is coming through as well. That number 3 machine was tied to the back end of Meng Heng's bike, but somehow or other stayed third when Meng Heng came through. Kit thought he was on his way, but no. Here it is again. This is how it happened. Meng Heng draws alongside, and he brakes just a fraction of a second later than Kit, and saw Nakajima and outbraked him as well. And it was Kit who almost took the nose off Nakajima.